session with Swamiji. Today, Swamiji is going to talk for 45 minutes about Bhakti Yoga, then followed by questions and answers. We have few questions that were submitted, and of course, at the end, if we have more time, we can entertain live questions as well.
And all of you already know Swami Aparajitananda ji. He's the resident Swamiji in Chicago. I wanted to point out that he's going to come in person to Pittsburgh in August. So please we'll send out more details about Swamiji's visit. So everyone, please keep that on the radar. And of course, please attend his Jnana Yagna when he's here.
And Swamiji is coming twice this year to Pittsburgh. Swamiji is also coming during Labor Day weekend for the Gita Fest. So, Swamiji, you can go ahead and start it.
Amma, is it the talk is based on 12th chapter?
Yes, Swamiji. So, Bhakti Yoga is what I said.
Okay, the talk is based on the 12th chapter then?
12th chapter, yeah.
Okay. Oh. 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Shruti-smriti-purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat-padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakrutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samastajana-kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma-vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma-vidwaram. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita-tadgatena manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginah Yasyantam na vidusura-suraganah Devaya tasmai namaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Humble prostrations to one and all present here. So the topic is the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Have you done the your study group is over, Amma?
No, we haven't come to that part, Swamiji. We have done only until Karma Yoga so far in the study group with the adult satsang.
Okay. Should I base my talk on 12th chapter
Yes, Swamiji.
or it is general bhakti?
Whatever Swamiji thinks, we are fine with either topic, Swamiji. Mainly about devotion, bhakti. So it could be.
Okay. So shall I base my talk on Narada Bhakti Sutra then?
That's even that's fine, Swamiji. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So, okay. So then I will talk about 13 different topics mentioned in Narada Bhakti Sutra, all related to devotion. Okay. I thought it is bhakti, so I thought some topics on bhakti I will take. Or should I follow 12th chapter? Ma, you tell me. Which one do you want? 12th chapter or general topic on bhakti?
Couple of people in the audience, can you just only 2 people vote which one? That way I'm not the one making the decision. Can someone?
12th chapter, Swami.
12th chapter is what you want?
Yeah, that is my request.
Okay.
Always choose an odd number.
Tight.
Okay then. 12th chapter. Are somebody is saying Narada Bhakti Sutra. Amma, take a vote. Whichever is majority will follow that.
3 people.
Chapter 12.
Huh?
Chapter 12, Swamiji.
Okay. Looks like chapter 12.
1.
And, there
Okay.
are 2 Narada Bhakti Sutras, 2 12. So go
Okay,
ahead
all
with chapter 12, Swamiji.
Actually, 4 Narada Bhakti and 2 chapter 12 so far.
Okay, all of you vote. Whichever is majority will follow.
All right. You all have 30 seconds to put a chat.
Yes, 1 minute we'll give.
Sure.
One of you can count.
Only 1 vote per person.
It looks like elections, Swamiji. They're very narrow.
1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3, 7, 3, 8, 3, 9, 4, 9, 5, 10, 11, 10, 6, 11, 6, 12, 6, 13, 6, 13, 7, 13, 13, 9, 13, 10, 14, 10. 14, 11. 14 for general bhakti and 11 for chapter 12.
General Bhakti or Narada Bhakti?
I'm counting general and Narada as 1. So
Both
15,
can be put as 1. General Bhakti and Narada Bhakti.
15 for general, 16 for general bhakti and 11 for chapter 12 so far. 17. Okay.
Okay.
Polling. Someone started a poll, but I think it's okay. It's too late now.
So majority, they vote for Narada Bhakti.
General bhakti.
Okay, general bhakti. So fine. So we'll discuss 13 topics of Narada Bhakti Sutra. In fact, not only Narada Bhakti Sutra, any bhakti, devotion. So topic number 1, definition of devotion. Topic number 2, benefits of devotion. So the whole discussion will proceed based on Narada Bhakti Sutra. So topic number 1, what is the definition of devotion? Topic number 2, what are the benefits of devotion? Topic number 3, expression of devotion. How does it express itself? Topic number 4, why devotion, this path, is easiest and the greatest. Topic number 5, means to develop devotion. What are the do's and don'ts? How to develop devotion, the do's and don'ts. So means to develop devotion, that is topic number 5. Topic number 6, different types of devotion. Topic number 7, bodily expressions when a person is possessed with devotion. Bodily expression. Topic number 8, various relationships with God in devotion. Topic number 9, how devotees become a blessing for the whole world. How devotees become a blessing for the whole world. Topic number 10, oneness of all saintly devotees. Their oneness. Topic number 11, who are the famous devotees? So this is based on Narada Bhakti Sutra. Topic number 12, words of comfort for devotees. And topic number 13, Falashruti as per Narada Bhakti Sutra. What will you get when you study Narada Bhakti Sutra? So 13 topics we are going to discuss now. Right. So the first topic, definition of devotion. What is devotion? What are the characteristics of devotion? How will you define devotion? So this text defines it as Parama Prema Rupa. It is of the nature of love. Supreme love. What is the difference between love and devotion? What is the difference between supreme love and love? So there is something called lower love, there is something called higher love. When love is coupled with importance for the object, especially supreme importance for the object, valuing the object. So there is a valuing also and there is a love also. Love need not always follow valuing. A thing may not be important, but still you may love it. But when both of them are coupled, it becomes devotion. You love it because that thing gives happiness to you, and also you value it because that is important. So supreme love from plus supreme importance is what is called as supreme devotion. So Parama Prema Rupa, this is the definition of devotion. It is of the nature of love. It is of the nature of supreme love. So that is the first topic, definition of devotion. Second topic, what are the benefits of devotion? What do you get when your heart is filled with devotion? So here it is written, Yallabdhva Puman Siddho Bhavati, gaining which a person attains perfection. Siddha Bhavati, attains to a state of perfection. Amritaha Bhavati, he becomes immortal. Triptaha Bhavati, he becomes totally content. There is no more any desire in him. Matto Bhavati, it brings intoxication. Atma Ramo Bhavati, he revels in his own self. He doesn't need anything else. So what is the nature of devotion? Sa na kamayamana. It is of the nature of cessation of all worldly desires. Sa na kamayamana nirodha rupatvat. It puts an end to all seeking, craving, desiring of anything of the world. It makes you totally content. This is what happens when devotion possesses us. So this is number 2, benefits of devotion. Topic number 3, what are the expression of devotion? So there can be various kinds of expression. Pujadishu anuragaha iti parasharya. Parasharya says reveling in puja. So this person finds great joy in doing puja. This is one expression of devotion. Garga says kathadishu iti garga. He says my expression of devotion is listening to katha of the Lord. Listening to various kathas of the Lord. Satsang. That gives me joy. Atmarati avirodhena iti Shandilya. Shandilya says reveling in the self is devotion. You see, various saints express the devotion in various ways. So therefore, you don't have to feel bad when you are not attracted to a particular path. Choice is yours. And what does Narada say? What is his expression of devotion? Naradastu tat arpita akhila acharata tad vismarane paramavyakulata. He says, expression of devotion is when you are doing everything for the sake of Lord. You are eating, drinking, sleeping, working, everything is for the Lord. And the moment you forget the Lord, paramavyakulata, you are extremely miserable. This is a sign of devotion. So as the devotion grows, you will find that forgetfulness of God makes you miserable. That shows the intensity of devotion. If there is no devotion, you are quite comfortable forgetting God also. But the sign of devotion is when you forget God, you become miserable. So this is expression of devotion. Now the fourth topic, why devotion is the easiest and the greatest. Now please understand, we are discussing Narada Bhakti Sutra, so naturally this text will glorify devotion only. If it is a text based on knowledge, then that text will glorify knowledge. And they all have their own reasons why one thing is great. So what do they say? So they say devotion is the greatest because then and there you get the result. Phalarupatvat. For example, when the heart is filled with devotion for God, when the heart is filled with devotion, you get peace. You experience immortality. You experience contentment. You experience joy. You feel your connection with the divine. You become free from all kinds of negativities like worries, tension, anxiety. Then and there you get the result. Unlike knowledge, where you have to get the information first, Shravanam, then you have to do Mananam, then you have to do Nididhyasanam. Whereas Bhakti is not like that. The moment Bhakti comes, then and there you get the result. You don't have to wait. Phalarupatvat. And whether there is Bhakti or not, you know it. There is no doubt. But knowledge is not like that. You are not sure whether you have gained knowledge or not, even after gaining it. Whereas Bhakti, you know it. I know whether my heart has love for God or no love for God. Phalarupatvat. Anyasmat saulabhyam bhaktau. This path is very easy because this path is the language of love. Language of love is a language which is understood by everybody. Even animals understand the language of love. You pet the dog knows that yes, this person loves me. Isn't it? It's a language known by everybody. And language of love is a very easy language, something which can be understood by everybody. Hmm. And also, in this path, what is needed is just dropping the ego. Ishwarasya api abhimanadveshitvat dainypriyatvat cha. In this path, the only thing you have to say is, Bhagavan, I don't know anything. Giving up abhimana is the way. To say that, Bhagavan, I don't know anything, you don't need any qualification. Whereas in the path of knowledge, lot of qualification is necessary. What is the qualification? Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi Shatka Sampatti, Mumukshutvam. Whereas here, you have to just simply say, Bhagavan, I don't know anything. Please take care of me. Dainya Priyatva. The one thing which is needed in bhakti is Dainyata. Feeling completely helpless in front of God. Dropping all the ego. You see, in every other path, some qualification is necessary. This is the only path where no qualification is necessary. What is expected of you? Become a nobody. Therefore, it is called Saulabhyam. You don't need to have anything. In fact, if you have anything, that ego of that thing will prevent you in bhakti. Becoming a humble, simple nobody is all what is needed. That is why Bhagwan's name is Akinchana Gochara. Gocharaha, the one who is seen by those who have nothing. Akinchana. So therefore, this path is easy. Everyone can follow this. And it gives you direct result. You know whether you have bhakti or not. And the moment that bhakti comes, everything else you experience. Sat, Chit, Anand, everything you experience. The mind attains the highest state of sattva when bhakti comes. And in that state of purity, bhakti itself makes the mind pure. And in that pure mind, you experience a self, which is of the nature of immortality. So bhakti is the means, bhakti itself is the goal. That's the glory of this path. So that is topic number 4. Topic number 5, how to develop devotion. So there are so many do's, there are so many don'ts. So now you will come to know that this path is not that easy. When the do's and don'ts, if you read. What are the do's? Number 1, Avyavruta Bhajanat Bhagavat Guna Shravana Kirtanat. Avyavruta Bhajanat. Constantly we must do the bhajan of Bhagavan. Glorifying Bhagavan. His guna, shravana, kirtanam. Listening to his kathas. Listening to his virtues. Glorifying him. Always keeping in touch with Bhagavan. Through various kinds of sadhana like puja, japa, etc. These are the do's. Number 1. And then Bhakti Shastrani Mananiyani. One must study the scriptures. Scriptures which are intended to develop devotion. Like Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, etc. Tat udbodhaka karmani karaniyani. And whatever the scripture says, do it. For example, performing all duties as a worship of the Lord. This way we have to live. Performing all duties as a worship of the Lord, receiving the results as a prasadam from the Lord. This has to be done. And then virtues have to be cultivated. What are the virtues? Ahimsa, Satya, Shaucha, Daya, Astikyani, Charitryani, Paripalaniyani. All the noble virtues like Ahimsa, non-violence, Satya, truth, Shaucha, purity, Daya, compassion, Astikyani, faith in God. So all these values have to be practiced. The mind has to be kept pure. Only in such a pure mind, bhakti will come. And satsanga, always associating ourselves with saintly people, devotees. When we are in the company of devotees, we develop devotion. That is true with all paths. Whatever you want to grow in yourself, whatever you want to attain, be with people who are inspired in that path. Be with people who are masters in that path, highly evolved in that path. So, in such company, when we are there, automatically we are also inspired to follow their path. The nuances we learn. So many little things are there which we learn when we are in their company. So, Mahat Sevaya, serving the devotees of the Lord. So, these are all the do's. And what are the don'ts? Vishayatyagat, Sangatyagat. So, this path is a path of love. As long as you are loving the world, needless to say, you are not loving God. Because I have only one instrument, the instrument of mind. So, to the extent I am loving the world, to that extent my mind is occupied with the world, it is not available for God. So, therefore, Vishayatyagam is very important. All the sense pleasures I have to give up. Sangatyagacha, even to be in the company of sense objects which can distract me, that is also not good. Vishayatyagat, Sangatyagat. Again, Lokahanau Chintana Karya Nivedita Atma Loka Vedashilatvat. There may be many times in the world when our expectations are not met. We may incur material losses. There can be defeat, loss, calamity, tragedy, all those things will be there. At that time, we should completely surrender unto God and say that, Bhagavan, if you are doing it, it is for my good. Never go on complaining and grumbling. Then devotion will not grow. Lack of faith expresses itself as complaining, grumbling, etc. So every time some negative things happen, we must say that if Bhagavan is doing it, it is for my good. Then dussangaha sarvatha tyajyaha. Give up dussanga, association with what you call anti-spiritual people or worldly people. Those who say that, oh, this path is not good. We must be more worldly, material. This path is better. That is the way to live. People have no interest at all in spirituality. As much as possible, keep away from them. But you can't keep away from them because they are needed for material transaction. Involve only in the transaction, and after that, keep away. Dussangaha sarvatha tyaj. Dussanga also can mean people having, taking you towards all kinds of indulgences. Those people who glorify worldly indulgence and criticize spiritual path, keep away from them. So these are the don'ts. Another aspect is Stri Dhana Nastika Vairi Charitram Na Shravaniyam. Don't even listen to these things. Stri, about some woman. So this instruction is for men. Okay. Reverse is also true. So women, it is men. All kinds of sexual discussions. Na Shravaniyaha. It will pollute the mind. Anything which increases kama krodha should be given up. Stri, next one is dhana. Too much of thinking about wealth. That also will pollute the mind. Nastika, too much of discussions where what you call atheism is promoted. Nastika, where there is no faith in God, no faith in scripture, such kinds of discussions. Vairi charitram, discussing something about your enemy. What will you talk about your enemy? Only bad things, all gossips. It will pollute the mind. So, protect your mind from all these things. It will help in developing devotion. So, these are all don'ts. Abhimana dambhadikam tyajyam. Beware of abhimana, ego, talking too much about oneself, dambha, hypocrisy, too much of showing off. All these things will pamper the ego. And to the extent ego is pampered, to that extent devotion becomes difficult. In the heart space, only one person can survive, either ego or the Lord. And we have the choice, either to install ego there or efface the ego and allow the Lord to rule the heart. So, abhimana dambhadikam tyajyam. Then, vado na avalambya. Never get into arguments. Because bahulya avakashatvat aniyatatvat cha. Never get into argument because it will not have any clear-cut conclusion. Argument means what? Where there is no discussion happening, people are just arguing to win. Wherever there is argument, egoistic arguments, keep yourself away. Many times we try to prove that there is God to a person who is atheist. And then slowly the discussion gets into argument because that person is also very. Now you cannot prove that there is God, nor can you prove that there is no God. So many times these arguments become heated arguments. And finally, the relationship is affected. Don't get into unnecessary arguments. Because there can be very many ways of looking at life. Bahulya avakashatvat. And you cannot clearly conclude. See, discussion is good. If that person is open-minded, yes, some discussion is. But in the moment that person gets into vada, don't waste your time. You will unnecessarily disturb your mind. Keep away from such people. Vadaha na avalambya. And then, kshanardhamapi vyartham naneyam. Not even half a moment you must waste. Just imagine. Time is very, very precious. Don't waste your time in useless things because time is life. When you are wasting time, you are wasting life. And every little effort you put towards the path of spirituality, it is a very, very profitable investment. It is going to take us a long way. Whatever little investment we do, little time that we spend in spirituality, in devotion. Very many saints say that only the time which you have really remembered God, it is only those times you have really lived. All the other times you are wasted only. To that extent, they say. The time which you have invested in spirituality alone is the time which you have profitably spent. The rest, everything is waste. So here it is said, Kshanardham api vyartham naneyam. Don't waste even half a moment. Kshana ardham. So they are the do's and don'ts. Now topic number 6. What are the different types of devotion? So here Narada Rishi says, Gauni Tridha Guna Bhedat. There are 3 types of devotion. The tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. These are the 3 types of devotion. So they are all gauni. Gauni means inferior ones. So what is tamasic devotion? A devotion where you are praying to God to harm somebody. All this black magic, etc., comes under that. No doubt you are worshipping. No doubt you are doing puja, ritual, chanting, everything. But what is the purpose? Let my neighbor's leg break. Or let him die. Or some bad things happen to him. Are you getting something? No, I am not getting. My joy is when I see my enemy suffer. So that is black magic. That is tamasic, worst. Then comes rajasic. You are not wishing anything bad for others, but it is more of for the purpose of worldly benefits. Artha artharthi bhakti. I'm in trouble, therefore I'm going to God. I'm going to God not for God, but to get something from God. Then that is rajasic bhakti. Then there is sattvic bhakti. You are asking for devotion, dispassion. That is really great. So compared to tamasic, rajasic bhakti is greater. Compared to rajasic bhakti, sattvic bhakti is greater. And the highest bhakti is where you go even beyond sattva, where you come to know that Bhagavan is my own true self. It is only at this stage that you don't ask for anything, because you are so in tune with God that you know that whatever I need, it will come to me. My only job is to be connected to God. That is Gunatita Bhakti, we can say. So there are different types. In Bhagavad Gita, we say Artha Bhakti, Artharthi Bhakti, Jitnyasu Bhakti, and Jnani Bhakti. So that is another kind of classification. Artha Artharthi Bhakti, that is Rajasic. Then there is a Jitnyasu Bhakti, devotion of a seeker, and there is a Jnani Bhakti. So that is in the language of Bhagavad Gita. So these are the different types of devotion. Then topic number 7, bodily expressions of devotion. So generally devotion is a path meant for emotional people. People who are emotional, for them this path is very appealing. The path of devotion, the path of emotion. So how does it express itself? Kantavarodha romancha ashrubihi parasparam lapamanaha. So voice is choked with emotion. Romancha, horripilation. Ashrubihi, tears. Eyes getting filled with tears. Voice getting choked with emotion. Hair standing on end. These are all the expressions of extreme devotion. They want to talk only about God to each other. So they are the bodily expressions of devotion. That is topic number 7. Topic number 8. What are the various relationships with God possible in devotion? So varieties of relationships are possible. All of them are accepted as right. For example, Dasyasakti, Sakhyasakti, Vatsalyasakti, Kantasakti, Atmanivedanasakti, Tanmayatasakti, Parama Viraha Asakti. So the expression can be different in different people depending upon the kind of relationship they have maintained with Bhagavan. Some want to consider themselves as Dasa of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the master, I am a Dasa, I am a servant. So that is called as Dasya Sakti. Everywhere Asakti is there, attachment is there. I am attached to God in a particular relationship. So Dasya Sakti. Then we have Sakhya Sakti. Sakhya means friendship. Considering Bhagavan as my friend. So the best example is Arjuna. Dasya Sakti. Best example is Tulsidas. He considered Bhagavan, Rama, as his master. Vatsalya Sakti. Considered Bhagavan as one's own child. Kausalya Mata, Devaki Mata. They all are the example. Yashoda Mata. Considering Bhagavan as one's own child. Even Surdas also. Vatsalya Sakti. Kanta Sakti. Considering Bhagavan as one's own husband or beloved. So Mirabai is the best example. Kanta Sakti. Atma Nivedana Sakti. It's completely surrendering unto Bhagavan. Atma Nivedanam actually comes in all this. Offering oneself unto the feet of Bhagavan. So if you see Prahlada, Atma Nivedanam is there. He did not try to protect himself at all. Bhagavan, I surrender to you. Now, to look after me is your responsibility. Atma Nivedana Sakti. Then, Tanmayata Sakti. Tanmaya, becoming one with Bhagavan. In fact, when we do all this, final stage is becoming one with Bhagavan. Tanmayata. So this way, there can be various relationships with God. Bhagavan can be considered as one's own mother or father also. In Christianity, Bhagavan is one's own father. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa considered Bhagavan as one's own mother. So there can be so many such relationships. All relationships are good. And all these relationships, in all these relationships, you will have to follow the do's and don'ts. Then only that relationship can grow. Topic number 9. How devotees are a blessing for the whole world. So it is said, Tirthi kurvanti tirthani, sukarmi kurvanti karmani, sat shastri kurvanti shastrani. These devotees, Tirthi kurvanti tirthani. This comes from Bhagavatam. They sanctify the pilgrimage places. The places of pilgrimages by themselves, they are neither holy nor unholy. But these Mahatmas sanctify the whole place. For example, Dakshineshwar. Till Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was born, Dakshineshwar was a normal place. It was there before also. But after Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, that has become a holy place. Tiruvannamalai, after Ramana Maharshi, it became a holy place. So it is the saints who give sanctity to the places of pilgrim. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani, sukarmi kurvanti karmani. Even actions become noble and divine when those actions are performed for the sake of God. So these Mahatmas, whatever profession they are in, that profession itself is sanctified, divinized, because they do it as a worship of God. And then, Sat Shastri Kurvanti Shastrani. The scriptures gain their authority because of the saintly people only. The saintly people say, yes, this scripture, whatever is said, is right because it is my experience. So then, who gives authority to the scriptures? It is the saintly people who give authority. Modante Pitaraha, their ancestors rejoice. Nrityanti Devataha, all the Devatas dance. Sanathaha cha iyam bhuhu bhavati. This earth finds in that saintly person her savior. So this way, saintly people bless the whole world. You see, where you'll find that wherever the saintly people are there, great devotees are there, they bring peace, harmony, joy, happiness, oneness. This is what they do. In Mahabharata also we find. So these Pandavas were in exile for 12 years. So one of the instruction given is, wherever Yudhishthira goes, there is prosperity there. So find out where there is prosperity. Definitely there will be there. Especially that, exile incognito, Ajñatavasam. They were supposed to find out these Pandavas. So that 1 year. So this was the instruction given to all of them. Wherever there is too much of prosperity, make your search even more intense, because definitely that Yudhishthira will be there. Okay. Topic number 10. Oneness of all saintly devotees. These devotees at the external level, there can be a lot of differences, but at the core of their being, they are all one. Nasti teshu jati vidya rupakula dhana kriyadi bhedaha. There is no bheda at all. Jati, caste, vidya, knowledge-wise. One may be illiterate, the other may be highly educated. Rupa, one may be very handsome, the other may be very ugly. Kula, family lineage. Dhana, with respect to wealth, one may be very poor, other may be very rich. Kriyadi, one may be extremely active, the other may be extremely inactive. But they are all superficial differences. Actually speaking, there is no bheda. All of them experience the same bliss of devotion deep down. There is no difference at all. And who are the examples of famous devotees? So Narada Bhakti Sutra gives some list of devotees. Kumara, Vyasa, Shuka, Shandilya, Garga, Vishnu, Kaundinya, Shesha, Uddhava, Aruni, Bali, Hanumat, Vibhishanadayah, Bhaktacharya. They're all the great devotees, etc. So many are there. Topic number 12. Words of comfort for the sadhakas. What is that word of comfort? Sarvada sarvabhavena nischintitehi bhagavan eva bhajaniya. This is a parting advice. At all times, sarvada sarvabhavena, with wholeheartedness, nischintitehi, free from all worries, tensions, fears. Bhagavan eva bhajaniyah, worship Bhagavan alone. Then what will happen? Saha kirtyamanaha, when he is invoked, shigrameva avirbhavati, very soon he makes his presence felt. Anubhavayati, he makes his presence felt in us, and he reveals himself to us. So that is Bhagavan. Whenever there is a sincere prayer, he will definitely makes his presence felt. He will reveal himself to us. And what is the Falashruti of Narada Bhakti Sutra? Yaha idam Narada proktam Shivanushasanam Vishwasiti Shraddhate. Anyone who believes in this teaching, who has faith in this teaching, sabhaktiman bhavati, he becomes a devotee. Whoever practices this, he will become a devotee. Sapreshtam labate iti. He will definitely get the best. He will have all his desires fulfilled. And finally, he will gain the supreme devotion. So thus, we have discussed 13 topics. So what is devotion? What are the benefits of devotion? How to cultivate devotion? What are the do's and don'ts? All these important topics have been discussed, and my time is over. Now you can ask questions. Right.
Hari Om Swamiji. So I'll just go straight to the questions because there are a lot of them here.
Correct.
Aparna, can you... no, this is true. Aparna, are you here?
Yes, Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om.
Okay.
Hari Om.
So her question, how to practice Ishvara Prasada Buddhi in the Bhakti path when ABCs are not going in our favor? How to articles being circumstances?
Amma, you want to clarify that question?
Oh.
Swamiji, yes, Swamiji. So, like during any activity you take up, you expect a result or you have expectations and it doesn't turn out to the way you want it. How do you take it as Ishvara Prasada Buddhi? And being a parent, how do you teach like a teenager who's asking you, okay, it didn't go in my favor, so they're upset about it. And how does the devotion help them? Like, I don't want them to lack faith because things didn't happen the way it happened. So, how do they continue to hold on to the faith during these circumstances? And if they are in the Rajasic phase, how do they transfer into Sattvic and perform their actions with having faith in God? Because they're all Rajasic, they want to achieve something. They're in that mode where they have to, you know, gain things or get to a level so that they can, you know, get there. But how to face these situations and how do we tell them or practice it?
Amma, what are the 4 ways in which Bhagavan answers our prayers? You remember that?
Yes, Swamiji.
What are the first one?
He'll give the result.
Second one?
He will say you have to wait.
Third one?
I will give you something better.
Fourth one?
I forgot Swamiji.
The most important one you forgot.
Accept what is given.
The fourth one is no.
Oh no. Oh, Swamiji.
So the first is yes, the second is no, third is wait, fourth is take, here is something better. So many times you may ask something, but he may not give you. Why he will not give you? Because it is not good for you. And a time comes when he will prove it to you that it is not good for you. At that time, you may not understand. You are asking sincerely, you are insistent and all that. But that after a few years, a time will come when you will say, thank God, you did not give me this. You see? So this is the way you have to tell your teenager. First of all, you have to practice this.
Yes.
And see for yourself. There should be some example you can give from your own life. See, this is how Bhagavan reacts. Take your problem to the Lord. It is his promise that he will do what is good for you. So therefore, nothing wrong in asking whatever you need. Even the worldly thing also. Good job, good admission in some good college, whatever. All those things you take it to Bhagavan. Nothing wrong. Because Bhagavan himself has said, Pitahamasya Jagato Mata Data. I am the father and mother. So nothing wrong in going to God, asking. But do some tapas also. That also you must tell them. Not that only pray and then come. No. Every day do some chanting. Maybe some Hanuman Chalisa or Vishnu Sahasranama or some name you should chant. And say that Bhagavan, this is the tapas I am doing. In return, I have this sankalpa. Please fulfill this desire. Something will definitely happen. It is impossible that he will not listen to your prayer. So when again and again such things happen, slowly your faith in God becomes stronger. That is how the faith becomes stronger, not just by reading books. No. There should be some direct experience in your own life where you are asking something, you are in trouble, you ask God and you find a solution. That is when faith becomes. So convert every calamity into an opportunity. Every difficulty into an opportunity to develop faith and devotion for God. This is the way we have to do it. And over a period of time, then automatically that faith becomes strong. And then even when the answer is no, you are not perturbed because you know that if Bhagavan's answer is no, something better is going to come. Did I answer, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Yes, Amma. Next.
Hari Om. Sujana, you want to explain your questions or you want me to read them out? I know you sent them.
Amma, better you explain directly.
Yeah.
Swamiji, I have to remember what I asked.
Then that is not worth answering then.
No, so I was listening to chapter 3 of this Bhagavad Gita, Swamiji, and verse 35. So my question is there. Swamiji, you had stated that, when we have, raga and dvesha is actually bad for us. We're not supposed to have it. So in that choosing our swadharma, Swamiji had stated that you choose your own swadharma, or the verse also says that paradharma is not good, you should do yours.
Correct. Ah,
So I thought of this example that suppose there is somebody who is like excelling in, he is excellent or talented in music, but then they don't pursue it, they're not interested in it. But they choose a different path, even though they have this ample talent. So I guess I had three parts to this question. One is that even when you pick your own swadharma, it is because of interest in it, correct? It is because you have raga for it. So then why is it that you're picking something because of a raga based classification? Like, so why is it that even if you're not interested in music, but you're talented in it, what is the path that we should pick? So that was one aspect. I'll ask the other part one. If you want me to say everything, I can on the base.
no, let us answer this question.
Okay.
You see, our Swadharma is based on Vasana only.
Hmm.
Swadharma is based on Vasana. But now there is a difference.
Hmm.
Vasana, which is beneficial for all, alone becomes Swadharma. Vasana means raga.
Hmm.
Now there can be a vasana which I love very much, but which is not good for me and for others. Like for example, smoking vasana.
Hmm.
That doesn't become my swadharma. Ah, I like doing it, therefore it is my swadharma to smoke. No, it is not good for me. It is not good for others also.
Hmm.
But suppose, as you say, singing vasana, teaching vasana, something which you love doing it and which benefits the society,
That is Swadharma.
then that can become the swadharma.
Because in the example Swamiji had given was music versus medicine, like somebody studying medicine because the parents are forcing, whereas they're actually talented in music. So
Correct.
my point there, I got confused because I thought, so following that is bad, but that's a clearer example because somebody forced. But in our own lives, we have multiple things that we want to do, but we choose one because that's either easier or we have liking to that. So then you're saying that we should decide based on the benefit of for
You
the
see,
overall.
the thing is, vasana is such that whenever you're doing it, it gives you joy.
Hmm.
So if there is an intense vasana, there is an intense joy.
Hmm.
Because there is an intense sense of fulfillment. Whenever your life is vasana oriented, it will give you fulfillment. It will give you joy because you are at ease.
Hmm.
You just love doing it. Correct?
Yes.
Now you have three different things, let us say. But definitely there will be one thing which you will be more inclined to do if time permits. The other thing you may do it as a hobby. Like for example, music can be a hobby.
Hmm.
And medicine can be your main profession because vasana is more intense there.
Hmm.
Free time you may be doing some, Veena class or something. But the main thing will be medicine then. But suppose your music vasana is strong, then what will you do? You will become a music teacher then.
Hmm.
The question is, what is that which is giving me more fulfillment? That will decide your sadhana. Or sometimes if it is equal, then you may do part-time classes there. You do little this also, little that also.
Hmm.
But anyway, somebody else cannot tell you. You only know. Because when you do it, there is a sense of fulfillment. When you don't do it, there is something like, oh, I'm missing out something. So there is a fine balance doing which there is a complete sense of fulfillment. You think, yes, I am doing the right thing. And I'm giving enough time for everything. The Lord seated in your heart will tell you whether you are doing the right thing or not. But this is the difference between Swadharma and Vasana. That Vasana, which is good for you, good for everybody. But remember, just because you are doing your Swadharma doesn't mean that that Vasana will be exhausted.
Hmm.
Just because I like music and I'm teaching music, music Vasana will not get exhausted. I have to put somebody else higher than music. Then only that Vasana will get exhausted. And whom should I put? Bhagavan. Bhagwan, I am doing it for you. The moment you the moment you do your sadharma as a worship of God, you are putting Bhagwan above your vasana.
Mm.
Saying that Bhagwan, I want you, not music. That's the meaning. This music, I am doing it for you. You are important. So then that extra love for God eats away this love for music. That is how that vasana is destroyed. Clear?
Thank you, Swamiji. Yes, very clear.
Ah.
There was another part I asked Swamiji, should I ask
What is
more?
that? Ah.
Yeah. So the one example is we talk always about Arjuna and how he was trying to run away from the battlefield. So he was trying to choose a paradharma. That's why, right? So when we say that he was a Kshatriya and his dharma was to fight, when we say he's a Kshatriya, are we referring to the guna karma or the jati there? Because we are classifying him as a Kshatriya because he was born into the Kshatriya, or was it because he's got that rajas? Like that's why that was my question, Swamiji. When we talk about people, are we talking about their guna?
See, Amma, in those times,
Yeah.
if a person is born in a jati, he will have that guna. Because strictly the jati vyavastha was maintained.
Mm.
So only those jivatmas who have brahmana qualities will be born in a brahmana family. Who have kshatriya qualities will be born in a kshatriya. Just like a mango will be born in a mango tree only.
Mm.
A jivatma with a cow's vasana will be born to a cow only. He will not be born to a lion.
Mm.
In the same way, if you have kshatriya quality, vaishya quality, brahmana quality, you will be born in that family. Provided the society maintains a strict purity with regard to the caste. If there is crossbreeding, then everything is a mess. And today it is all crossbreeding. So therefore, total mess, you just don't know who is who. So total freedom is also given. You choose whatever path you want, because we don't know. In those times, crossbreeding was very, very rare. Strictly they were following this caste. So therefore, there is 99% possibility that this person will have the qualities. You see?
Awesome.
So Arjuna was born in a Kshatriya family and he loved fighting. He loved fighting. In Virata Parva, he defeated the entire Kaurava force. How many wars he had fought? It's not the first one.
Mm.
So in that battlefield, it was not that he did not like fighting, therefore. No. The problem was he was fighting his own near and dear one. That was the problem. Problem was not war. If a Brahmana is put in that position, he will not fight. He will not fight because it is not his Swadharma. Here it was not because of Swadharma, it is because of attachment.
Mm.
Just like a doctor, he has done many, many operations, but the moment his own son comes on the operation table, his hand shivers.
Mm.
Not because of operation. He knows what to do, but I am operating upon my own son. That creates, attachment. That was a problem here with Arjuna, not the war. Clear?
Clear, Swamiji. Yes, that's all, Swamiji. Thank you.
Yes.
Hariom Swamiji. Srilata, are you there?
Yes, Akka.
Uh,
Hariom.
Ama, boliye.
So my question is, how do I explain to a young kid that they do not need constant validation or acceptance from others? And how do I teach them that it is okay if some people do not include or approve of them? And it is their self-worth. They should depend on their self-worth, but not on others' opinions. To a young kid, how do I
Amma
explain?
say, sometimes you have to depend on others' opinion. Because many times I don't know what is right and wrong. And the majority of people are criticizing me. Maybe somewhere I'm going wrong.
Mhm.
And the majority of the people are telling, hey, what you're doing is not right. Many times I am doing the wrong thing and I'm not aware that I'm doing the wrong thing. But when majority of the people criticize me, then I feel that, oh, somewhere I'm going wrong.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to give respect to the opinion of the society also. Why do you
But
think that always you are right and society is always wrong? Why do you think that? Especially people who are educated, evolved, mature, spiritual. You must always take guidance from them.
No, but this is in the case of a young kid, right? If they are not being accepted at school or for wherever reasons, right? How do I tell them, like, you don't have to impress other people, like, to be accepted? If somebody is not talking to you or they're not including you, it's okay. Just move on and be happy with, like, what is that I should tell if somebody comes and tells that I'm not being like welcomed at school or being accepted.
See, Amma, there are so many questions which I will have to ask you now.
Oh, okay.
Now, who is that person? What is the reason because of which that person is not liking you, not welcoming you? Something must have happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So analyze the situation. And in that situation, was he right or I was right or he was right? I was wrong or he was wrong? What was the issue? So is that person not liking me because of his own jealousy, his own hatred, his own bitterness? Or is that person not liking me because of my mistake? So if I have done wrong, I must go and apologize to him. But if suppose it is all his negativity, then I can ignore him. So ignore those people who are struggling with their own negativities. So first of all, analyze the situation. Something must have happened because of which certain people are not loving me, accepting me. Something must have happened. Analyze the situation properly and convince your child that yes, you are right and he is wrong. Therefore, it is absolutely no problem if you ignore that person. You must always be loved by people who are good hearted. If good people are not loving me, then I have to improve myself, correct myself. If bad people are not loving me, it is absolutely fine.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Just a little bit on that question, Swamiji. I understand exactly what Swamiji is trying to say, but it is at like an elementary school, the bullying and things like that happen, right, Swamiji? So how
Ah,
does the kid deal with those situations
so
daily?
now, Amma, see, bully, that name itself shows that the other person is not right.
Yeah,
Okay, he is full of negativity, anger, and all kinds of arrogance. So he will come under good people or bad people.
bad people.
Ah, so now you don't have to value anything what he says or does. If it is doing something, you don't have to beat him or anything. Just inform the teacher that see this person is doing this. That's all. Instead of abusing the person, giving tit for tat, don't have to do all that. Just take the matter to the teacher and say that see this person is not behaving properly. Matter is over.
Swamiji, just one comment on the thing that you just mentioned, right? You said,
Uh,
like, okay, kids will just go and complain to the teacher, right? I think to reach to that stage, they should know that they have to do this step or they are negative people, right? So, is it something that we have to teach at home also with the kids that they should be coming across this or they should not, or how to deal this situation?
no, first of all, there should be a healthy discussion. The child comes to you and say that mother, such and such thing happened in the school. So suppose you find that your child is wrong, immediately tell him, no, this is not the way to behave. Even when the other person is abusing, you have no right to use bad words. You have no right to beat. No, immediately criticize him. So if my child is doing wrong, I must not justify my child. Many times what happens, we are so attached to our child, whatever my child does is right and whatever others do is wrong. Never have that attitude. So that is called a healthy discussion, where I appreciate what is good and I criticize what is bad. So analyze the situation impartially, properly, then suggest solutions. So from our side, there should never be any kind of wrong behavior. This we have to ensure. Even when others are behaving wrong way, I must never tell the child that, he hit you, you should also hit him twice. That is a wrong, what you call, wrong guidance. Then it will create only problems. There is a proper way of handling any situation. So always we should inspire our children to use the right way. So dharmo rakshati rakshitah. That is how the cosmos is. You follow the path of righteousness, that your own dharma will protect you.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Dhruv, are you available?
Yes, Hari Om Swamiji. Swamiji, my question has two parts. One is associated with kids, and then it transfers over to adults. So for kids, when they are younger, grade one, just younger kids, they are full of bhakti, right? Like anything you do, they take on it and they run with it. As they grow older, like teenagers, for example, middle schoolers, they start questioning, rightfully, they start questioning. In case of Hanumanji, they have bhakti, but then they'll be like, how come the god is flying, right? Well, he's on earth right now. So they get conflicted in terms of their god and they can do anything, but at the same time, why does the story continue of Ramayana in this case, right? Like, why can't God just, kill Ravana or get Mother Sita quickly? And why are we going through this? So, how do you explain that, so that they are not losing faith as they grow, the faith grows. So that's one part. The other part is, as an adult, I enjoy doing seva a lot and bhakti a lot less, which then makes me feel like I have shallow bhakti towards Bhagwan. But anytime I think of Bhagwan, with all my mind to him, my eyes will swell with tears, and I just see him. So how do I ensure that, like, from my perspective, I'm not, I'm not being ritualistic, so I'm like having shallow bhakti, or if I do, then how can I, improve? So that's like the transition from child to an adult sort of question.
You see, let me answer the second question first. Just now only we saw expressions of devotion. So some say no, puja is the way. Another say no, katha is the way. You see, various people have given various. All of them are great rishis. So that itself shows that devotion can have very many expressions. And seva also can be an expression. In fact, Bhagavan has deliberately made different types of devotees, because just imagine in Chinmaya mission itself, if suppose everybody is sitting for class, then who will work in the kitchen? Who will be in the parking lot? The whole thing will become messed up. So deliberately Bhagavan has put different types of people, and he has put a beautiful, what you call, a good mix of all types of people. So there are people who are highly studious. There are people who are highly ritualistic. There are people who are highly seva oriented. So all are needed. Now, just because a person is in seva doesn't mean that he has no devotion. No. He is expressing his devotion through action. That is seva. There are different ways of expressing devotion. So even a person who is in the parking lot and all the guiding these cars to be parked, etc., don't think that he is outside, therefore he has no devotion. No. And another person is not sitting in the class at all. That doesn't mean that he has no devotion. No way. So from within, that inner controller is saying, hey, you have to do this work, because the whole mission activity has to go on. So every limb of mission has to be efficient. We are able to sit in the class, discuss all this, because at lunch time, the lunch is ready and somebody is there working hard. So therefore, don't feel that, unless you are sitting in the class, you are not a devotee. No. There are so many great devotees who have been doing seva. That is why you see, Taponji Maharaj, he never came down from Himalayas. Chinmayananda, just the opposite. He never went back to Himalayas. See the difference. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, all the time, Kali. Vivekananda went all around the world. So deliberately, Bhagavan wants different types of people, because then only different needs are catered to. Only then all different kinds of aspects are all taken care. So he has put devotees in different places with different abilities. So that answers the second question. Now the first question. You see, always tell the youngsters, now Hanumanji is flying and all that, lifting mountain. So what is the lesson to be learned for us? The lesson is, if Bhagwan has chosen you as the instrument, he will empower you to fulfill your responsibilities. Whatever the responsibility may be, it may appear to be an impossible responsibility. Something which you may say, oh my God, such a big project I have never taken. I don't know how it will happen. If God has chosen you, he will make it happen. You leave it to him. Your job is connect to him. Rest everything he will take care. Are you available? You will be made capable. All the monkeys, they were no match for the Asuras, Danavas, Rakshasas. They were no match. For Rakshasas, monkeys were food. Just imagine. And those monkeys, just by a look, Bhagwan empowered them. They became huge, powerful. The point is this, if grace of God is there, you can do anything. And if grace of God is not there, you can't do anything. Simple. This is a message which we have to learn from. And then Bhagwan going through sorrow, etc. See, that is a drama. When Bhagwan comes in, see, he need not even take avatar to kill Ravana. One lightning is enough. Or one earthquake. He'll be buried. But he had to teach mankind some values of how to live. So it's a Purna avatar. So there is a birth, he grows up, and there are so many values he shows how to speak to elders, how to treat elders. So all those little values. So what happens? Bhagwan did it, I should also do. So I will also fall at the feet of my teacher, my elders, my parents, how you should behave, how you should speak sweetly, how you should never hurt them. All these values we are able to learn because it is all there in Ramayana. It is not about killing Ravana. There are so many other things which Bhagwan is trying to teach us. How to live as a human being. Brahmacharya ashrama, grahastha ashrama, anapasa, how to live. All those values are there. So this is how you have to try. It is not, that Bhagwan is helpless or something. No, he is doing Nara Leela. Leela means what? Sports. He is doing a particular role. So in that role, whatever is demanded, he will do. So this way you have to say. Did I answer?
Beautiful, Swamiji. Thank you.
Family, there's one more question. Asha or Praveen, are you there? Do you want to ask your question? I know Asha is not, I don't see the name, but Praveen, are you able to ask Asha's question?
Yeah, Hari Om. I'm
Hari
here.
Om, yeah. Go ahead.
So, Hari Om Swamiji. So, my question is how to process suicide? If God predetermines death, is it considered his will?
Why should God determine your death?
I mean,
Atmaiva Khyatmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratma. You are your own enemy, you are your own friend.
but we come with the fact understanding we have a limited shelf life. God knows when the end is.
No, you are given a choice, isn't it? You are given a choice whether to act, not to act, have faith, have no faith. Full freedom is given to you. When freedom is given to you, if you misuse the freedom, you cannot blame God. In fact, even a person who is committing suicide, there is a voice of conscience which says, hey, don't do this. This is not right. You must face your challenges. Don't try to escape your problems. Escapism is not the way. Facing the problem is the way. There is a voice. He doesn't listen to that voice.
Oh.
Now, if you are not listening to God and do whatever you like, then that will not become God's action. Just like your child. You tell your child, hey, don't do this. Now the child is doing. Now, can anybody blame the mother? No. The child disobeyed you and did something wrong. Mother cannot be blamed. Bhagwan will give you freedom. He will tell you what to do. But at the same time, he will give you freedom also. See, it is your life. I will tell you, I will keep talking to you, I will keep guiding you. But if you don't want to listen to me, then fine, it is your life. You are responsible for you, whatever happens to you. That's why instruction given, Shreyas and prayers, both the ways are given. Human being has a lot of freedom. Animals don't have any freedom. You will never find any animal committing suicide. Why? Freedom is not given at all. Plants, no freedom, not even movement freedom is given. But the more and more you evolve, more and more freedom is given to you. Small children, we don't give any freedom. Newborn baby, you don't even keep the baby down. But as the baby grows up, becomes a teenager, now he has his own room. Now I don't know what he does inside his room. Freedom is given, you have to give. Whether to marry or not to marry, it is his choice. Which field to take, it is his choice. As your child grows, he gains more and more freedom. How he uses the freedom, it is up to him. But as a baby, you never give any freedom to any child, isn't it? What to eat, what not to eat. You don't give freedom. Why? This fellow doesn't know anything. So in the same way, human beings are the most evolved. So therefore, maximum freedom is given. And this freedom, you can rightly use it, you can wrongly use it. But however you use, you alone are responsible. So if somebody is committing suicide, who is responsible? He alone is responsible. You can't say God made him do suicide. No. God tried to prevent by, as a voice of conscience, it was saying, don't do it. He did not listen. How do people commit suicide? Publicly, they will not do. They will close the room, tie something on the fan, and then hang themselves, isn't it? Why do they close the room? Because somebody will come and object. They don't want anybody's advice. That's the meaning. Huh? I know what is right. I don't want any advice from anyone. After coming to this decision, they commit suicide. Bhagwan is ever ready to guide them, but he says, no, I don't want any guidance from anyone because I know what is right. And you cannot solve my problem. Others cannot solve my problem, and I know what is right. This state of arrogance is just what precedes suicide. Now you can't help. A drowning person, you can extend your hand, but if the fellow says, no, I want to drown, you can't do anything. So don't blame God. Clear, Amma?
Thank you so much.
Purviji, your hand is up. Purviji, do you have a question?
Perhaps accidental.
What happened?
Maybe she accident.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, Swamiji, I have, anyone has any questions, audience?
Yeah, Hari Om Swamiji. This is Sheila and Ganesh.
Ah.
Swamiji, our question is, Swamiji mentioned the different types of bhakti, tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. So what are the steps that one can take to go from rajasic bhakti to sattvic bhakti?
Understanding, right knowledge. For example, Rajasic Bhakta, he will ask for money only because he thinks money is going to solve all my problems. I'm just giving him an example. If I have a big house, I'll be happy. If I have a big car, I'll be happy. Lot of money, I'll be happy. Financial security, I'll be happy. And that's all what is needed. All my children are studying well, then I'll be happy. All these kind of things. But then slowly understands that, oh, there is a greater wealth. The Daivi Sampat, the great virtues, purity of mind. So only through satsang you come to know that there is a greater wealth. Actual wealth is peace of mind. And that will not come because of material wealth. Freedom from worry, tension, anxiety. That is real wealth. Being connected to God, that is real wealth. All noble emotions, that is real wealth. Devotion is real wealth. When you come to know, then automatically you start working for it. And how will you come to know? Only through satsang. So the satsang, rajasic bhakti becomes sattvic bhakti.
So, Swamiji, is it okay then to ask for ask Bhagwan to give more opportunity for us to be in satsang, or get rid of our desires and move closer to the spiritual path?
Is it right to ask God?
Is it okay to ask for that then? Does that
If you really value satsang, you will ask that. Question is, are you valuing? Somebody forcing and then you are asking, it has no value. Are you desiring it wholeheartedly? Whatever is your desire will be fulfilled. That is law. The question is not what you are asking. Question is, what are you desiring from the depth of your heart? Lip service asking has no value. Depth of your heart, what are you seeking? That will come. So in satsang, what happens? So many doubts get cleared, and from the depth of your heart, you start really seeking God, really seeking His company, His presence. Then when that happens, definitely it is going to come. It is going to manifest.
Okay, thank you, Swami.
So, Swamiji, one last question then. I had a couple of questions, but I'm gonna not ask those, but I have a different question based on all our conversation here. I mean, recently we had like a couple of things like, teenage, like 11th grade kids committing suicide. I mean, that's where one of the questions came from. And most of us on this satsang here are like Balvihar teachers, and we do kind of deal with a lot of kids going through their different stages and all of that. What advice can you give to us as Balavihar teachers? Because I know Swamiji talked about the person committing suicide versus God. The responsibility is, of course, of the person who did that action. But that action comes from a lot of the environmental factors, right, Swamiji, around like the support systems or how the parents or teachers. So as teachers and parents, which all of us are on this, what could you advise us? How could we maybe prevent? Obviously, if it is in his prarabdha, it may be out of our control. But what can we do to alleviate some of those issues?
Always our job is, please understand, our job is connecting our children to God. This is the greatest responsibility of any Balavihar teacher. Say that there is somebody with you who loves you, who takes care of you, who is listening to you. Connect to him. If you don't connect to him, then you will never be able to experience all those benefits. So that is the story of Hanuman. The moment Hanuman got connected, impossible things he started doing. Without getting connected, he was an ordinary monkey. The whole story is that. If you connect to God, then He will do what is right for you. Whatever be the situation, He will take you out. At least chant His name. If chanting name is difficult, Likita Japa you do. At least every day, once if you chant Hanuman Chalisa Ma, I can guarantee you that He will do something to take you out of any dangerous situation. It is impossible that you are connected to Him and you commit suicide. Impossible. Even mechanically you chant, that is enough. Because it's a big bad name for him, saying that somebody was chanting his name and he had to commit suicide. It's a bad name for Bhagwan. You understand? Even when I am not seeing any hope, at least 5 minutes if I sit and chant his name, Bhagwan will do something. Name bhakta pranashyati kaunteya pratijanihi. Tell the whole world. my devotee shall never perish. You know, just before committing suicide, what happens? His faith in everybody goes away. I have seen this. I've seen a couple of cases. I have told them, see, do this, never stop chanting, never stop praying. Even if you don't know Sanskrit, doesn't matter. Just talk to God at least 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, just do it. You know what happens? For few days they were doing it. Then they stopped coming to me. And after a few months, I hear that this person is gone. You see, just before suicide, number one, they stop their faith, they lose their faith in God, they lose their faith in all good people. You see, just before a flight crash lands, it starts coming down. It doesn't crash on the space, comes down. That itself is a lakshana that this fellow is, going to crash land. So at least if you can maintain this. Sakurdeva prapannaya tavasmiti cha yachate abhyam sarvabhutevyo dadami etat vratam mama. It is my vow. Even once if a devotee says, Bhagavan, I am yours, to protect him, it is my responsibility. Even if you don't have faith or just mechanically chant, even then you will be protected. Guarantee it is. At least this much we can do. This kind of faith we have to instill in our children. There is somebody with you. Give the example of Wi-Fi. Connect to Wi-Fi, you are safe. Wi-Fi is there everywhere, but you have to write the password and do it. You have to do it. Wi-Fi cannot do it for you. In the same way, prayer is that password. Connection. Make the connection. As long as you are connected, you are protected. Nothing will happen to you. Something will happen which will save you. But the moment you lose the connection, then things are in danger. And the sign of connection is you stop chanting his name. You stop praying. Even I am telling you, mechanical prayer. Even swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a little Arjuna you do, mahato bhayat trayate. It can save you from great danger. This is the way we have to guide our youngsters.
So as teachers, first we should connect with Bhagavan and then also connect them to Bhagavan.
Only then your words will carry power, because power in your words come from experience in your life.
Thank you, Swamiji. Praveen, you have your hand up. That will be the last one. So Swamiji already extended 3 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be Swami Hari Om. Always good to see you and hear from you. I was just hearing some of the questions, and they are kind of relating to the same topic, because in our own community we heard one of the news yesterday, and I'm seeing many of the mothers and all are curious and worried, and many of the questions coming to that. One thing which I noticed, and I would like to hear from you on that we as parents have to give time to those kids to understand. Just by putting them in Bal Vihar or taking them to the classes is not going to do the job. I have gone through this process, kids have gone, but today when I look in the background, I always think more time we can spend with the kids to have one-on-one communication with them, that will open up the whole passage for them. Would like to hear your opinion on that.
Absolutely. There should be a healthy discussion that should happen once or twice in a week with all family members. What I would suggest is at least the dinner time, all of us should come together and narrate what all has happened in the school, in the college, whatever has happened. There should be a healthy discussion. And it should end in a healthy conclusion. That as long as you are good, as long as you are connected to God, everything is fine. He is there to take care. This kind of discussion must happen. Then all these things will never happen. Many times we are so busy making money that, we have no time for all this. We may think it is little thing. It is not little. It is a big thing.
Thank you, Swamiji. So for all of you, thank you for attending. Satish posted a link if you are wanting to give some Guru Dakshina. But of course, I will reach out to Swamiji again, maybe in 3 months in 3 months, actually, Swamiji might be here in August, right? Oh, yeah. But before that, maybe one more session. So I'll check out Swamiji. Anything else? Any last words from anybody? Hari Om Swamiji, can you give us like a closing prayer?
Yes, Amma. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Hari Om Swamiji.
हरि ओम्
Hari Om
Swamiji.
Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om
Hari Om
Swamiji.
Swamiji.
Hari Om Swamiji.